Okay, this video goes into something I find odd, and because of the issues it brings up, there will be other videos about this issues. I try to keep my videos within 2 gigabytes so I can upload them faster. 2 gigabytes would be about 15 minutes. So let's get going. I read about a lot of conservatives within the conservative in the pornographic industry, one of which is even a gay person who basically who is also a conservative. And there are a lot of stars, and generally what they bring up when it comes to porn is they claim that Republicans are the party. First off, they don't like paying taxes, and that I get. Okay, but the thing is, and the best case to become really rich is to learn the tax code so you can take advantage of it. So I understand where they're coming from completely. The contradiction is most of them just, when it gets beyond that, most of them really don't understand when they're talking about. And one thing that it kind of reminds me about is because the book A Brave New World, there's this, it's a known fact, 60,000 repetitions create one truth, okay, which is obvious, which seems to have been the case, because if you repeat a lie often enough, people start to buy into it. And things that people really, like when you say Republicans are pro-business, when really when it comes to business, they're very mixed about. They're not really like hands off when it comes to businesses, except if it's something they they want to remain legal. One example is homosexual conversion therapy. Okay, this is funded on the grounds that homosexuality is a choice. They're making a choice to be gay, and they want to correct that choice to make them not gay. Okay, and the problem with that is it's a lie, and the American Psychiatric Association says if you do it, you're gone, so they become unlicensed psychiatrists. Another issue is which businesses they let fail and which businesses they don't. In a true capitalistic society, anytime anytime a business fails, you just let it fail and leave it alone. The problem with that is they don't do it. I mean, they were the first ones to support the government bailouts of 2008, and it was just like when they found out what happened, they made no big deal about it. But a cutthroat capitalist would have some sort of, would have said, screw you, you did this, you're gone. You're failing, we'll just let you fail. Okay, and the Republican Party really doesn't, with some businesses, they don't let them fail. So that creates problems with competition, because if a government is doing everything to help a business succeed, and there's a competitor, then you're not being hands-off when it comes to businesses. Another good example was Donald Trump's import taxes. Okay, and in reality, if you're a true capitalist, you don't want import taxes, because again, that can interfere with business, and that can interfere with everything. Matter of fact, right now, because of the cost of lumber, due to basically supply line issues, the border with Canada being closed, the taxes on lumber from Canada, people are complaining about how how ridiculously high the price of lumber is, and they even talk about lumber price rationing, when in reality, if you're a capitalist, you'd say no to that and say, this is what you got to do. And part of the reason the price has gone up is if you have a business, you have to make a profit. So, you can't, if you're not making profit selling a product at a certain price, you have to sell it at the price where you make a profit. And that's why up and down the chain, as you move down the chain, person X, if you start off with one person, they sell it to another person. When the next person sells it, they have to mark it up. And then so on. When the next person sells it, they have to mark it up again, because everybody's got to make money, because if you're in a business and not making money, you're kind of stupid. So that's where I feel on that one. Also, like, if you look at the personal freedoms law in some state, but there are the hardest line conservatives from that work in the porn industry. The most vocal ones I've seen are Brandy Love, who's still active in the porn industry, and Christy Canyon, who I'm not sure if she is a real conservative, but she's expressed a lot of conservative views, especially when it comes to homeless issues in California. mainly having to look at it. But that's another issue about problems in the Republican Party that people don't realize are there and what the Republican Party really has become. So that's the issue with that. And then when it comes, and then there are a lot in Utah, pornography's outright banned, but people go on the internet to consume it, so that tells you what's really going through the head of the average person in the state of Utah. It's illegal to possess sex toys, even, all that stuff. So, when it comes to personal freedoms, the more conservative a state is, the harder they are on pornography and sex toys. So that's why I do think there is a big miscue. It's like, okay, if you want free speech, the Republicans are the ones that seem to be completely against free speech, and then when it comes to regulation, there's certain things that, there's certain people that say, oh, we shouldn't regulate this, oh, we shouldn't regulate that, but then when it ends up turning around and biting them, because then, their electricity bill is they don't have enough money to pay the electric bill and stuff of that nature. They go crying to the federal government if it's something, a state issue or an issue with the state, because they just got screwed over. So that's why I think Republicans are just lying about what they claim to be for. I know that's my point of view. I'm open to debate about that subject. And that's about it. More videos will be coming about QAnon and the current state of the Republican Party. The Republican Party is fascist. Also, I have to mention my GoFundMe. And yes, if you do give me any money, I will say thank you to you on air. Just because I appreciate it. Basically, last year I was homeless and took a real bad beating. And my insurance doesn't seem to want to cover. Well, first off, it doesn't cover any dental care. And then, when I go to an EMT, they say, well, get your mouth fixed. No doctor is willing to give me, no dentist is willing to give me dentures because of my extremely bad gag reflex. And then, on top of that, that I've got a few other injuries that I need surgery for, but Medicare is saying, hey, you can take care of this with medication and therapy, so sorry, you can't get surgery. All right, thank you and goodbye.